Well, here we go. Like you said, this is the beginnings of him being a heel. It's during this time, the same time that Dusty gets it right. He pairs Pillman and Austin together, and they form the Hollywood Blondes, Arn. They began teaming regularly on house shows and during the month of November, and they took on both the team of Wyndham and Dustin, as well as Shane Douglas and Steamboat, who we just watched. But, man, Austin and Pillman, I mean, listen, those two would remain close until Pillman's death in 1997. And one of the most prized possessions of Austin's is the gold chain that Brian Pillman gave him during their run as the Hollywood Blondes. The two would team together for the next 9 months or so before being broken up. But, man, what a unit they became as the Hollywood Blondes are. And they won the tag team titles in 1993.
Yeah, it was just one of those that was in the cards. It was in the stars. It was in the cards. Mm-hmm. It just clicked. They were perfect together. And the chemistry was just incredible, really was.
Yeah, they were a fantastic tag team. And anything that you can remember and can share about any memories of the Hollywood Blondes, either wrestling them or maybe dealing with them behind the scenes?
Well, just, their attitudes clicked. They immediately went into the...
Yeah, that's right. Churning the film. Yep.
That became a signature of their deal, and it just, if you were not a fan of them, man, it really griped your ass. It was really smart ass, stuff. But it was something they came up with. It belonged to them. And they made something as simple as that one of their signature, I guess you would call it a signature move.
Yeah, right. It was definitely a signature deal that they did, the iconic, moving that film reel forward. Everyone remembers that from this era, and so there you go. Listen, we're going to leave the Pillman heel turn and the creation of the Hollywood Blondes there for now. We'll be back, trust me, to talk about them, because I got something that's really entertaining for you, Arn. I'm not sure if you remember this or not, but you made a little bit of a questionable decision here in November 1992. You entered the Jesse the Body Ventura Invitational Strongest Arm Championship. Do you remember that?
I can't believe I was that stupid.
The decision was questionable, of course, because you drew the Barbarian in the first round. And while Barb is a good friend of yours and sweetheart of a guy, last week we discussed how he's probably not suited to be the number one contender for Ron Simmons and have the match on pay-per-view. However, here, Arn, for our second clip of the week, he is in an arm wrestling contest. And he looks like he's right at home in this one, Arn. And we're going to watch this clip together. Are you ready to see this clip?
If anything was custom made for somebody outside of the wrestling ring, this was custom made for Barb. You're talking about a beast in the weight room. But of course, it's like when I would go up top and to come off, what happened, Paul?
You failed every time.
This looks like a failure waiting to happen.
Here we go. We're going to watch it. Arn Anderson, Barbarian.
Welcome to the second matchup of the first round of the WCW Jesse the Body Ventura Invitational Strongest Arm Championship. The second matchup first from parts unknown, being accompanied by Cactus Jack, weighing 295 pounds, the Barbarian.
All right, set to go for our second matchup, and there you see Cactus Jack leading the big guy to the ring. You talking about strong arms? Take a look at this guy. Should be a great matchup as the Invitational Tournament to find out who has the strongest arm continues here on Worldwide.
His opponent from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 248 pounds, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson.
Okay, Arn Anderson and the Barbarian. The second of four first-round matchups. The winner of this one to meet Ron Simmons in the semifinals. Anderson having some problem. Let's go to Jesse to see what's going on.
What's the problem, Arn?
No. Not a chance. Cactus Jack, I don't trust you. And Barbarian, you don't look like no Boy Scout either. So I'm gonna get somebody out here to watch my back. Michael, come on down here.
Michael P.S. Hayes coming out to second Arn Anderson. Cactus Jack seconding the Barbarian. This is the second matchup of the first round, gentlemen. The winner moves forward.
He's left-handed.
Left-handed. You have a preference? They're saying left-handed. You want to go left-handed? They're saying either hand. They're fine to go left-handed then. They're going to go left-handed. Arn Anderson versus the Barbarian. The winner moves forward to the semifinals. Lock them up, gentlemen, when you're ready with your grip. Make sure you got the grips now. Both men must be comfortable with the grip. Both men, 1 foot must remain on the ground. Whoa. Anderson didn't like it.
He's trying to get on the top of it.
Let's go, gentlemen. As soon as you're comfortable with the grip.
Come on, Arn, you can do it. You can do it.
Gotta like the grip. Both men seem to like the grip. Straighten it out. Go.
Get it, Arn.
Oh, his head slipped out. There's the podcast. Get him back down and hook him up again. Somebody's wrist has got to hit the pad. 1 foot must remain on the ground. If the grips are good, let him go. Go!
Come on, Arn. Come on.
What do you say, huh?
There's Tony Atlas watching in. Tony came into WCW a little too late to get an invitation, but he's watching on.
So far, it's even. It looks like Arn might be getting a little advantage. The Barbarian chose to go left-handed. Left-handed. Now the 295-pound Barbarian gets the advantage. The Barbarian wins it. The Barbarian will move forward. Cactus, I'll tell you, I'm very much impressed. Arn Anderson stated he was left-handed. The Barbarian walks out there and takes him on with the left hand.
We don't need preferences in this contest, just the opportunity. Arn Anderson, you learned a painful lesson, but you won't be the last. There's only one man in WCW who might compare in arm strength to the Barbarian. That's Tony Atlas, and he came too late to be invited. So I think everyone involved in this contest ought to get used to having a sore arm and a long face, because we're going to the top. Bang, bang!
There you got it. The Barbarian moves forward to the semifinals, and we'll be back again next week when it's Vinny Vegas versus Van Hammer.
Oh, Arn. I mean, that was comedy, wasn't it? What did you think about that?
I was outclassed, outranked, outarmed, out everything.
Did you? I mean, listen. Not only that. Say you win. Say the Barbarian just passes out for some unknown reason and can't finish. Then you got what? Ron Simmons. I mean, what are we doing?
I don't know why I was even in the building.
Who
If
booked
there
this
were-
shit? as they
Yeah,
say?
if there was a moment in time, I should. You know what's ironic though, Jesse, that doing this week, I just saw Jesse in Knoxville.
Oh, okay.
He was at Fanboy. I talked to him for about 30 minutes, which was extremely interesting.
That's cool,
He hasn't changed a bit. You ever been around Jesse?
No, I have not. Never talked to him. Never met him.
Oh God, he had this conspiracy theory show a while back.
Yes.
We watched every week. It was awesome, and he was there with his son, and he came over, and we got to visit with him. Just rehashing that. Just want to let him know if he's listening. I enjoyed the heck out of that. So.
And he didn't bring up the arm wrestling contest at all as part of the old memories?
Never came up.
Never came up?
No. Yeah, body guy, I never was, never will be. I don't
For
know.
some reason, I think you tried to block that out of your mind as I watched your face as you watched that. I think.
That was just me just hogging TV time, I think.
But you did well. You sold it. You sold it well. Your arm, I think that could have been the start of some arm problems for you. I don't know.
Never in the fight. That one, never.
But what do you think about this? We're having some fun. What do you think about this as far as arm wrestling on a pro wrestling program? Does it have its place? Does it make sense? Like, what's your opinion on that?
I don't know. You'd have to go back and check the quarter hour, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, that's true.
That's the only way you can really.
It's the only thing that really matters, I guess, at the end of the day, right?
The only way to validate whether something worked or got over is you got to go back and look at the quarter hour. If it died a horrible death,
Wasn't a smart way to use that type of time that you could be,
No,
and I
but
guess they're trying to give like the powerhouse guys a moment in the spotlight. That's why they brought you in for it. But it's like, they're shining a brighter
really?
light on Barbarian. They're shining a brighter light on Tony Atlas.
if we take your theory and believe it, I had no reason to be in the building that day.
You were up there, man. They had you in there with the Van Hammers and the Barbarians and the Ron Simmons and Arn Anderson.
If I'm predicting, I think Simmons may be at the advantage with this deal.
I don't know. Our research guy can let us know. I haven't looked too far ahead to see who ultimately won this, and I certainly don't remember this at all. When I was going through the notes, I don't remember this contest at all. I think
It was forgettable.
Yeah, exactly.